Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon. In the last episodes we fought a bunch of trainers. In this episode we're gonna try and capture Zapdos again. I forgot how to speak apparently. We're gonna try and capture Zapdos. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know how well this is gonna go. So yeah. If we don't capture him, then that's gonna stink. I don't think I'll kill him though, so that's good. Well, I didn't die, so we're in much better shape than last time we came. Alright. Oh, jeez. He's not necessarily as weak as I'd hoped that he'd be. Thunderbolt's not gonna do anything. None of this really looks like it's gonna do anything. Let's just try and get his accuracy down so he doesn't kill me a whole bunch. Just keep flashing him until Mr. Mime dies. Or until he just can't hit me at all. Ooh. Yeah, so clearly, if it wasn't horribly obvious, I've leveled up. Since the last episode that I was actually speaking in. Yes. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually did level up Butterfree so that he would actually be useful in these battles. Oh, thank God he fell asleep right away. Now, just because he's asleep and sort of weak does not mean we're gonna capture him. So, let's see what happens. Oh God, that was better than before. Still asleep. Let's try Great Ball. I don't see this going very well. I kind of want to poison him, but then I run the risk of him dying. I just don't want him to die. I want to capture him. If I don't capture him on screen here, holy crap. Okay, well, never mind. I got him. That was amazing. I didn't expect it to be that easy. This is not my first attempt, but it is my first attempt. Like, because remember earlier, I showed it on screen that we completely failed. And it was a joke. But this is my first attempt since we did that. And I did not expect that. I expected to have to, like, just record me going over this time and time again. No. And, jeez, it's not going to be that easy for the other two. I guarantee it. I've never caught one that quickly. I usually have to throw... Well, I usually only have like 15 balls on me, but I usually have to like reload my game about 90 times before I finally capture him. So yeah. I didn't actually read it. I meant to. It's a legendary bird Pokemon that are said to appear from the clouds while dropping enormous lightning bolts. It's terrifying. I'm not going to be using any of the birds, so that's not anything that we need to worry about. But definitely going to catch them. Next we're going to go to Seafoam Island. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to catch two birds in one episode, although we are heading towards the next bird. After the next bird, which is Articuno in Seafoam Island, we will be done with everything up until this point. We're also going to catch Seal and Dugong, but that's not as important. But we'll be done with everything as far as what am I trying to say? As far as anything that we can do up to this point in the game, like without moving forward onto the like, what is that place called? Like the Indigo Plateau or whatever it is. You guys know what I'm talking about. So once we move forward, we will reach that that area, and then we'll have to get the. Oh, I had a repel on. Forgot. I was wondering why I wasn't running into Pokemon. We'll eventually run into the third bird Pokemon, which will be nice. And the Elite Four after that. So we're actually almost done with this game. Ah, Psyduck. Adorable. I leveled up most of the Pokemon to 54 or 55. I kept Dragonair at 54. Oh, and if you saw any of the sped up episodes, the last 2 episodes, you'll know that I was only using Dragonair because I needed to level him. And if you actually watched closely enough, you'd know that Slam misses freaking all the damn time. It got pretty frustrating for me, but that's okay. And maybe I can show off capturing Seal, and I don't have to do it off screen or in between, or however I do it. Ooh, I think that's more than half. Let's try Wrap. I don't want to kill him. I haven't shown really any captures on screen, so it's nice to get a couple on screen. So there, we caught Sail. Wasn't that hard. Pretty much all Pokemon are really easy to capture. You just kind of whittle them down till they're at pretty low health, then toss a ball, and you're pretty much gonna get them each time. The only ones that are difficult are the legendaries, which in this game would be the birds, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. And of course Mewtwo, but we'll take care of that later. Now, in between episodes still, I am going to level Seal. I won't do that on screen, that would be obnoxious. And we'll get him to Dugong. So that'll be nice. But, oh, I was trying to mention, I leveled everyone up to, like, level 54, level 55. And I did that on purpose. Dragonair. Oh, shit. I've mentioned this a few times in the past. He's not even close to leveling up. And what I was going to do, actually, and I completely forgot, is I was just going to use a rare candy on him, because at level 55, Dragonair tries to learn Hyper Beam. No, that's not what I wanted. But I will learn Hyper Beam, I think. Yeah, we'll get rid of Thunder Wave. I don't really use those moves. So, anyways, what I was trying to get at is that Dragonair evolves at 55 into Dragonite. So that's 3 new Pokemon in this episode for us, and you got to see all of them. It wasn't sped up, so that's pretty nice. So I'm probably just going to keep Dragonite. I did work on him a lot. He took a lot of work because 55 is pretty difficult to get to. Ducks we're going to keep around. We're probably going to keep this team, honestly. I wasn't going to keep Butterfree, but I do need him basically for the sleep in order to capture the birds, because it makes it immensely easier when they're asleep. It's not guaranteed, as you saw earlier, but it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, so this is basically going to be my team from now on. I might switch out Butterfree for someone else once we get to the Elite Four. We'll see. I'm not very familiar with this area, Seafoam Island. I don't come here a lot, because I don't like it, and it is optional. There's really nothing here other than Articuno. Let's show off Hyper Beam, why not? I believe Hyper Beam's one of those moves that you can use, but it has a recharge, so if you don't kill the enemy, you have to spend a turn doing nothing. So that's no fun. But here's really the first instance where we have to really use strength. And you just gotta push these boulders down all these holes. And here's another seal. Probably gonna throw on a repel here soon. Because there's nothing new here. Seal was the only new Pokemon, and we caught him. So that's it. There are wild Dugong that I could just capture, but I'm gonna just raise Seal and do it that way, because that's what I've done with everything else thus far. And if you look, we have 119 Pokemon. So that's pretty nice. We're almost done. And the unfortunate part about this game is that you have to keep applying what am I looking for? Strength each time, which means you have to go into your menu, and it's a slight hassle, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not sure if this is the intended way to do this, but this is how I've always done it. Just push the boulders down all the way until you fall into the water. This is happening on its own, it's just carrying me downstream, and it spits me out here. Pretty sure there's an item here. Ultra Ball, that's going to be helpful. And then we have to go all the way back up. Actually, before we get too far. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's throw on a repel. Then you have to go all the way back up and push the other boulder down all those other holes. Right above where we're at, you can't see him yet, but that's where Articuno is. And we cannot swim here. Current is much too fast. That's what the boulders are for. The boulders stop the current so that we can swim there. You need to do both of them because it's too wide, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other technical stuff that makes a lot of sense to everyone except me. But the way I see it, it's just to elongate this dungeon unnecessarily. I don't know where I'm going. It's another big problem I have with this area. This is not it. We're not high enough, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know this area at all. I believe that to the right is the exit, but we don't need to go there yet. And this is back where we started. So this was the first boulder. So we need to get down in there. I'm not gonna do this whole this whole area in this video. It's already like 14 minutes. So in between episodes I'm probably going to just level up Seal until he's Dugong, and I will meet you back wherever I decide to stop. Which is probably going to be right in front of Articuno, because this place isn't that long. I think the reason I hated it the most is because I'm not one to use items in my games for any reason, whether they help or not. I'm just lazy, I guess. So I never used repels. And not using repels makes areas like this a nightmare. But yeah, now that the 2 boulders are there, we can finally swim around this area. And I think what we want to do though is actually get back in the water. And if you go up that ladder, you probably can get out of here. But as I mentioned before, we want to come back over here and go over here. Oh, it's still blocked? Okay, then see, this is another problem. I don't know this area well enough. Alright, well that was my fault. And we're gonna figure out why we can't get in that water yet. I'm assuming it's another rock puzzle that I just don't remember. Again, it's been years since I've tried this dungeon. So this is just the exit. Yeah, we don't want to be here. That'll just take us to the other exit, which is accessible from the other side of whatever that place is called. The big C route. Route 23? I don't know. So, I'm assuming if we come down here, I did see some more rocks. Darn it. That there's going to be more rocks that we can push down. So let's see. That looks pretty basic. Alright, so let's throw on strength. And going to assume that we just push this one down. And then we're going to push this up. Down. Left. Left. And down. Just like that. And that's better. Now we can swim here. This is the stairs I was trying to get off of. And here is the bird. This is Articuno. I will not try to capture him right now. If I die, no, see, because I'm not gonna die this time. Yeah, I'll just wait. So in the next episode, we're going to be capturing Articuno. We're going to have Dugong, and we are going to move on with the game. Assuming that this isn't gonna take forever. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and goodbye.